Hey guys, it's Kelsey here, and today I'm going to share with you my project life for week 20. I'm slowly getting caught up, and I'm super excited to be catching up finally. So, this is a Design F page. It's got the, 10 3x4s and one 4x6 pocket. I've been using this one a lot lately as I've just found myself having way too many iPhone photos and not enough horizontal or DSLR photos. So I'm going to have to really work on that in the future. It's something I had been better about and I've kind of forgotten again. But so I love the Design F and I'm going to have to order more for sure. And I'm primarily using the April and May kits from Project Life. Still behind, still using both of them, but I have actually just moved on to the June kit, so I'm very excited to be working with a different kit, even though I love both of those kits. So one thing that I kind of want to talk about today during this Project Life video is how some weeks I think that I don't have any photos, and I'll go through my phone and my iCloud and I will realize how many photos I actually have. It's almost like my brain is taking photos on its own now. I do it without thinking. It surprises me how many photos I will have that I don't even remember taking. And then I'll remember a story or, know what I wanted to say or why I took the photo. But it just surprises me how sometimes your brain just does it without you even thinking about anything. So that was just like my quick little tip is kind of that your brain, at some point, whenever you're doing Project Life, your brain's going to go on like automatic. You're not going to have to think about it anymore, and that's a really great feeling. So this is a card from Glitz Design. I think it was from like the Wild and Free collection. I haven't used a lot of the cards. They're kind of hard to use as title cards, I feel like, and the front of them has like a very slick surface, so it's hard to journal on them. But I thought this was perfect. I used some of those letter stickers from Ellie's Studio. I love, love, love those wood grain stickers. I first saw them when they were in the Hip Kit Club. The girls over there, I watch a lot of their videos, and they all loved those stickers, and they were using them, or those, the alphabet stickers. They were using them all the time, and I just had to have some, so I ordered some, and I got some in like this teal aqua color too, so I really like those letter stickers, and you have a ton of them for a very small price, and they're the perfect size for Project Life. So I'm definitely going to be ordering more of those, and those are from Ellie's Studio, in case I didn't say that before. So, let's see, pretty much I've just got a lot of photos to tuck into pockets this week. I'm not doing anything super out of the ordinary. I'm still using those Studio Calico inks a lot. I'm planning on getting more. I want pretty much every color because I think they're super fun. And the one thing I will say is, I don't know if it's the stamps or the ink, but they're very sticky whenever you put them on a photo. So you have to be careful of that because I've bent a couple of my photos trying to peel the stamp back off. And I hope it's not too noisy in the background, guys. It's like raining and thundering. So I hope the microphone isn't picking up any of that. But let's see. This is just a tag that I'm going to use to do some journaling on. And I actually decided to put it on there first so I didn't journal too much and then have to cut it off. But I love using tags. I need to remember to break out more of those. It seems like I have a ton of tags. I just never get them out. They're always in a little box or compartment somewhere, and I forget to bring them out whenever I do my Project Life. But really, those little tags are the perfect place for a little caption. So, and again, just using those stamps in the well-read color, ink color from Studio Calico. I cannot say how much I love those Studio Calico inks. I just think they work so great, and I love that I can put some color on some of those photos. So off to the side there, I've got some little pieces that are just, I cut them out with my Silhouette, and I'm just using those. They're just sitting off to the side there. You can't really see them on camera, but they're just printables that I print and cut, and I've been trying to use those on my Project Life album lately. And here, I don't really like the way that turned out. I tried to use the wood grain to spell out new because we got a new shower curtain when we moved, but I don't really love the way it turned out, but I'm all about just getting it in the pocket. I'm not going to double guess everything or second guess everything. So, yeah, it just went in the pocket anyway. That's one bad thing about using stickers on photos is you can't cover them up very easily and you can't peel them off because they leave that sticky residue. And I don't want to go back and try to find one picture to reprint. I just, like I said, I just do it and go. So here I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on this card. Pretty basic. Nothing too special about it. But anyway, awkward silence here. But I definitely encourage you guys to try something different as far as the page layout goes. Like since I'm using Design F so much lately, I'm thinking of trying to branch out and doing a different style of pocket protector because I always use Design F, Design A, and then this little insert here size. I think that's Design J, or maybe it's Design H. I think it's Design H. But I love that size, and those are my go-to. Almost all of my Project Life album is those 3 types of page protectors, and I really need to branch out. So this is one of my favorite things to do lately is to use a little label sticker or a little tag or something and cut it off, and then I'll use the second half on another picture or another, even another layout, but I just like to get those things kind of used up really quick. That little tiny red flag piece, that would get lost so easily if I tried to keep that, so I try to use them up pretty quickly. Sorry, there's a big boom of thunder there, so it kind of scared me. And I got my little dog by my side, and he does not like thunderstorms. Poor little guy was so scared on the 4th of July. And then there was a huge thunderstorm the next day, so he's had a pretty rough week with the thunder. So, anyway, back to Project Life. This was just kind of a mini spread that I'm doing about Mother's Day. My husband had to go out of town, and I'm not a mother except to my Shih Tzu, but that totally counts in my book. So I just kind of did this little mini spread about what we did on Mother's Day, how he was out of town, and I took my dog out. And I actually have a full-size layout that I'm going to share with you guys that I basically just reused all of these pictures, but I do that a lot. I feel like some of the stories just, I want to do them on a 12 by 12 layout, but they're also a part of my weekly schedule or my weekly, what do I want to say, they're just a regular part of my week. So I do want to include them in Project Life as well. So a lot of times when I'm printing off my photos, I just print off 2 copies of some of them, and that way I have them ready to go if I know that I want to do a 12 by 12 layout of them. And these cards came from the Dear Lizzie Daydreamer kit, and I had to cut my picture down quite a bit to get it to fit on this card, but I like the way it turned out, and I'm just going to glue it down, and it's going to be pretty easy. But I also have this stamp. It's from the card, or from the Project Life kit, and it just says I love you, and I'm just stamping it kind of all over, and I'm double stamping on some of the areas, and even triple stamping. So it just basically says, hello, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it's a picture of me and my dog. So, and yes, he totally counts as my kid. But here, I'm going to bore you with a bunch of journaling, so I'm going to speed this part up real quick, so that way you guys don't have to watch me just write. So, like I said, all I'm doing is writing, so I sped it up, and I look like I write really, really fast, and I wish I could write like that in real life. But one thing I have noticed ever since I've been so behind, this is the furthest I've ever gotten behind on Project Life. I'm still about consistently 4 weeks behind right now. One thing I will say though is that my process videos are getting shorter and shorter. I don't know if I'm embellishing less or I'm just getting back into the hang of things or if I have less stories to tell, but I feel like I've been banging them out lately. As far as my actual project lifetime will probably only be 30 to 45 minutes, which isn't very long at all, in my opinion, because sometimes I'll spend over an hour. And this includes like doing inserts. So, I mean, you're talking doing 3 full pages, or, you know, yeah, it'd be like 3 full pages basically instead of 2 full pages. And I've been going quicker than ever, and I'm honestly shocked at myself. These are some of the cards from the Amy Tangerine set, and I go back and forth, and I think, oh, I like this one better, so I put it down, and then I don't like it better, so I pull it back up and put a different card down. So it's a whole decision-making process, but I wish I had my cards better organized. I don't know if I've seen a lot of people in my Project Lifers group that have organized their kits by color. So all our cards are in order by color, not by kit or anything. But I'm not so sure that I want to do that because I don't really look for them by color. I look for them more by what works with the layout or like the theme. Like if I need a journaling card, do I need a journaling card with a camera on it or what? So I wish my cards were better organized, but I don't think I know how I want to organize them yet, so I'm not going to do that. So I really like this card, but I felt like it needed some color, so I'm just going through some of my Copic markers up there, some of my distress markers and stuff, and I came out with this blue, and I really like it. I just kind of colored in the hay, and in real life it looks brighter. On here it looks a little bit dark, like it blends in with that black of the shadow, but in real life it is a little bit brighter, so like I said, it's just, it looks nice in person, even though it's a little too dark on here for my taste. But this way I could just add some color to it, and even though I don't have very many Copics, I found a color that I liked and that it worked. So I really like the way that turned out. So that's one thing I'd always recommend. Don't be afraid to change a card or change even like a photo or something. If you don't like the way it printed, you can cover something up without knowing how to do it in Photoshop. But never be afraid to alter something in your layout. Because, I mean, that card just needed a pop of color, and that's how I made it work for me, was just adding some color. So here I'm going to do some journaling again. This time it's not quite so much, so I didn't speed it up. But I love having some of those embellished journaling cards where it has like the 2 rows of pink cards. That makes it so much easier and quicker. So now I'm going to go back to the dispersed layout, and I've got this card, and I thought I wanted to color it. So I went in with these distress markers. I've been watching some Color Wednesday videos on YouTube, and Christina does some beautiful work with distress markers and bringing the colors in and painting with them and using watercolor, and it was a huge flop. I tried, I didn't like the way it turned out, and the paper kept curling, so I basically ditched the card and I tried to pick out something different. And I'm sorry if you guys could hear my phone going off. We're in a flash flood warning apparently, so my phone keeps going off, but I'm trying to record this video anyway. So anyway, if you want to see still photos of these, check out my blog, and I will have photos over there. And if you like this, please subscribe so you can see more content soon. Thanks, guys.